Let's
Yeah.
let's get to China, because last time you on, dude, we talked a lot about China. We're hearing, Evergrande, that collapse. They're having their own, similar to '08, I believe, over there.
Yep.
But then you're also hearing a lot of good from China with the BRICS partnership and this Belt and Roads initiative. So what's kind of the 100-foot back overview of China right now and how they play in this crazy global economy that we're facing right now?
Yeah, I think China's doomed to fail. I think BRICS is a nothing burger. Primarily because of things we actually talked about. I don't know if it was like 6 months ago when I came on the show, but all the Evergrande stuff, all the real estate sector we talked about, the local financial government vehicles, they've led to this collapse of Country Garden, which is bigger than Evergrande. Which actually today was one of the default days. And I got to actually look into that today because I think it's also up until the 29th. China is being forced to come in and bail out the real estate sector. They have no other choice. It's either that or let it default. And that's not going to be good for any market. So that means Beijing is going to have to stimulate their economy and inject liquidity for the first time, which they did not do. It's not going to go to consumers. They didn't inject liquidity to consumers and stimulus checks when COVID happened. They just shut down everything, right? This comes from the very authoritarian totalitarian setup that Xi Jinping has kind of evolved into. So, from a real estate perspective, they're done for. From a demographic standpoint, they are completely done for. The Belt and Road Initiative was an amazing goal. I think that China had and has been trying to be developed for like 25 plus years at this point now. It's supposed to be one of the largest it would be the largest economic trading route and system created. However, China's economic hitman policies, which through BRICS nations, the reason why I don't think BRICS is going to survive is China's economy is on the verge of a global stagnated economy. I mean, it's declining at this point. Private money in China has been at a massive decline, being sucked out into the government. That's an authoritarian like style, right? They're starting to control everything from that perspective. So if you're eliminating that amount of capital, okay, well, who funds BRICS? China's their largest partner. And then they don't even like Russia. They're just an ally with them for strategic goals and purposes.
Oil,
but
yeah.
You have India, but China funds like 90% of the capital that goes to the New Development Bank, which is the one issuing all the loans, which is very similar to, so you have SWIFT and you have the World Bank. That's the United States.
And IMF too, right?
And the IMF, yes. And so New Development Bank, they don't even have all the same tools we have. That's just their one. I think they may have another entity or two, but China's funding that. And so when you look at the economic policy they've been doing with BRICS over the last 2 decades, a lot of them have failed, and they're no different than the United States. They're playing the best friend card. So after the United States would come in and absolutely just destabilize a nation, whether they funded it with the CIA to overthrow with a coup d'etat of a current government and establishment, or we gave them loans that we knew would inevitably break because of a natural disaster, and they would be forced to give us their resources. This happened with the Panama Canal. China came in and was like, hey, we're going to be your best friend. We're going to actually keep really low interest rates, not affect the market.